No, but you don't understand. The dating scene sucks. You know, you meet somebody and everything's going great, and then all of a sudden they ghost you or they turn into a different person. Pause. I'm gonna stop you right there. The dating scene doesn't suck. I hate to break it to you. People exist and they go on dates. That is a fact. What does actually suck is your perpetual self-abandonment in order to establish connection. Do you want to know how I know this? Because virtually every single girl that I saw, dated, situationshiped with, doesn't matter. At some point, I noticed their self-abandonment in order to keep this fantasy rolling, in order to keep our relationship or situationship or whatever it is rolling, because they realized that it felt better to be chosen, it felt better to be validated, as opposed to being on their own and getting rid of somebody who was clearly not on their par. And I was clearly not on their par. There was many girls that were way out of my league spiritually and emotionally. I was completely emotionally dysregulated. Now, where does this leave you? In this dating field, let's be honest, a lot of it stems from needing outside validation. You can fight me on that all you want, but let's be real. If we're being real about this, that's what it comes down to most of the time. Seeking outside validation. The reason you're seeking outside validation and excusing blatant red flags up front is because you're not validating and regulating your own self, which AKA is self-abandonment by definition. What I'm trying to get you to get to, this point I'm trying to reach, is when you start to choose yourself, when you start to regulate yourself, when you start to validate yourself, you're going to find the dating field shrink significantly, but in the best possible way, because these red flags, these inconsistencies, this hot and coldness that you would normally put up with, forget about it, dude. Not a shot in hell. And that is a beautiful place to be. You will not put up with any of that shit, because if somebody is not bringing that piece that you have already built and established, there's no dating. Like, you have no shot. And that's where we want to get. Check out the link in bio. I'm launching a 5-day toxic attachment detox where we can rid ourselves of all this external validation, all this external need, and focus on ourselves with our own regulation, with our own validation, with our own self-love and self-worth. That way we can establish this connection with ourselves in order that we don't put up with any of the bullshit from outside.